Alright guys, today I'll be making a GHD bench, Glute Ham Developer. I'll be making the bench out of wood, but I bought the padding from Strengthshop. They sell it as a spare part, and it looks like this. There's two of them, and then usually most GHD benches, they have a spacing between them. Those two cost a total of 40 euros, and it's a spare part for their GHD benches, and they cost around... They have a base model for around 200 euros that comes without a lower structure, so you have to put it on a plyo box or so. And then they have more expensive versions, 330 I think, and then 400 and some euros. So, but this project is gonna be much cheaper. The padding has 4 M8 inserts, so it's gonna be relatively easy for me to mount it. So the design, let's see, you have your padding, it goes here, and that is attached to a vertical part which goes to the foot, and this is the front section of it. I'm gonna extend the footprint a little in the front because this is where all the movement and all the weight is gonna be. So having extra support here is a good idea. I'm gonna put some gussets on it, and then there's gonna be a horizontal part, which is also connected to a vertical part, obviously. I'm gonna connect them like that, and maybe I'll put some gussets or whatever I figure out on the way. Down here, there's gonna be a vertical part that holds the footrest, and then the leg support, that is foam on a steel pipe, and then behind that is a footrest out of some plywood or whatever I find. The leg support is gonna be made just with pipe insulation, and then that's put on top of a steel pipe. And this platform and leg support will be adjustable, so I can move it forward and backwards. And with that, I'll just, on this thing here, I'll make holes so that I can adjust the position of it. So this part here will be made with 3 2x4s that are mounted like this. So the platform and the leg support will be sliding in this slot, and then it's screwed together here, and then I'll have some pins or bolts that I can put out so I can slide it. Let's get started with the build. All right, the GHD bench is ready. Let's take a look at it. All wood that I used is 2x4s, and the rear end and the front end is with 3 2x4s placed like this, and the rail for the foot support is made by 2x4s as well, like this. The foot support can slide both directions. I just need to take out these bolts like that, and then slide it up and down like that. Since the width in the rail is the same the dimension as the two side of the 2x4, I actually removed a little bit of the material in here to make it slide a little easier. I'm not going to put a knot on the other side because there's not going to be a lot of movement in these directions, so it's mostly like this, and it makes it easier to take out the bolts. This foot support and foot plate is actually the second design. I had to readjust it a little bit. I'll just show you the first one. This one was the first. Let's compare it. As you can see, this has 3 2x4s placed next to each other, and the other one has 2 2x4s. And the hold position in the old version is lower than this one. You can see the difference. So I realized that I didn't need that much space for my feet to be in here. This might actually be a little too much. I looked at a lot of pictures, and what I saw was that the lower part would be more or less down here, but that just turns out that my legs will be in a angled position when I'm on the bench. Inside this, there's a 3/4 inch steel pipe, and then it's just pipe insulation outside. As I mentioned earlier, the padding is from Strengthshop. They sell it as a spare part, and it cost me 40 euros. And all other materials, they are around 40 euros as well. So 80 euros for a GHD bench. Some measurements. The distance from this part out here and to the rear part is 120 centimeters. And the length of this GHD bench is probably like most commercial grade ones, but they are designed to fit a lot of different people in various heights. I'm 177 centimeters, and I don't think I'm ever gonna use the most rear holes on this one. So 120 centimeters is definitely longer than I need. On the most upper part of the foam padding, I think it's around 112 centimeters. Maybe 105 centimeters would work as well for me, but again, the commercial grade ones are made for a lot of different people, and I just looked at their dimensions. So the height of the horizontal part, let's take a look down here. The center piece of 2x4 on this one is 60 centimeters, and then the outer parts are 56 centimeters, and I'll show you from the back. You can see there is a difference. So this is 4 centimeters higher than out here, which makes the rail system and able to put screws inside here. And then just the front end, of course, down here is same height, and then I extended the center part of 2x4 up to this, so I eventually ended up with 112 centimeters. The width is 60 centimeters, and then my original plan was to make it a lot wider in the front end, because that's where all the movement will be. But I also need to be able to bring it out of my door. So the front end is only 70 centimeters, so the difference is 5 centimeters on each side, and that's not a lot, but I've been doing a few exercises on it, and it's super sturdy, and it's definitely not gonna tilt. And then I extended the front with 40 centimeters, so we have 120 up to here, and then additional 40 centimeters. So 160 centimeters in total. And as I said earlier, the padding comes with M8 inserts in the padding, so I just drill holes, and then I use some threaded rod. I couldn't find any balls that would fit this length. I decided to use some OSB plate for a gusset, because since it's only that, it's so narrow, there's not a lot of room for a gusset made of 2x4. So I think this is a better solution. You can use plywood as well, or MDF. I need to bring this GHD into another room, because I don't have a lot of height in here up to the ceiling. And in the other room, I just need to clear that out so I can start using it properly. But let's see with hip extensions. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. There's gonna come a lot of other DIY projects sometime soon. Here's a few other videos that might find your interest. My leg press and my other DIY projects. See you soon.